check my answer copies and not just motivate me that I was doing really well, the positive feedback wala mechanism, but also it gave me some really wonderful tips on to how I can improve my score even better. And
I have been a student of Sociology at Triumph IAS, and Vikas Ranjan sir, he personally guided and mentored me through my Sociology answer writing.
I would like to thank personally Vikas Ranjan sir for his mentorship in both optional Sociology and in essay test series.
In this civil services examination also, Sociology was my option after consistent guidance of Vikas Ranjan sir, and I scored this time 285 marks.
I had Sociology as optional. I had taken test series from Vikas Ranjan sir, and the feedback provided by sir for my test was very regular. And
my name is Vaibhav Anand Sharma. In this year of 2023, in the Civil Services examination, I have got rank AIR 58. So I will be discussing with you a certain aspects of our preparation. So let's talk about Sociology optional. My first thing was that I did not expanded my sources, which people say for almost every subject I applied in Sociology also. It was just a simple next IAS published material of Mr. Raj Rai sir. He is the next IAS faculty of Sociology, and he is my teacher. And he has collaborated different aspects of different material which are available in the market. There is book by Harlem Boss, there are other books also. And he has collaborated various aspects of those books and synthesize that material exactly in accordance with the need of UPSC Civil Services exam. So I used that as my base material. Second, to complement that material, I have used the Nitin Sangwan book, Essentials of Sociology. Now I want to tell you that in that material of Mr. Raj Rai sir, already there is enough, which is already kind of duplicate work of the Nitin Sangwan book in the next IAS material, in the Raj Rai sir material. But sometimes it happens that there are some things extra which an aspirant might feel that is needed in his or her notes. So that you can get from Nitin Sangwan book. That's what I did. And after referring to both these materials, I made my own small booklets of every topic. For example, if there are 50 points, I'm not talking about chapters, I'm talking about subtopics also. If there are 50 points in paper 1 and let's say 50 points in paper 2, so I made small topics wise booklets like 4-page, 5-page, 6-page booklet, and that's how at the end of the day, at the end of this exercise, I had my own very notes. So when I was referring to my notes, I did not have this trouble in my mind that I have to refer to any other book also. So that was the full proof strategy for me. Now after when you have covered the basic material, right, which I just discussed, what you have to do is collect your own very examples, from what is happening around you. For example, if we look at the farmer protests that were happening a few days ago, so in that there was a Mazdoor Kisan Sangathan. So the Mazdoor Kisan Sangathan was one of the lobby group, was one of the pressure group that was spearheading those protests. So if you look at the name itself, it's Mazdoor and Kisan. The Mazdoors, the laborers, they were demanding certain things for the Kisans, that is the farmers, and the farmers were also demanding certain things which were belonging to the grievances of the Mazdoors, that is the labor. This is an example of development of true class consciousness, which is a topic which we study under the heading of Karl Marx. So he says that when different class people, they understand that they are actually just partaking in false class consciousness, and when they understand that they share the same situation in the mode of production, they transform into true class consciousness, that we all are one, and that is the symbol of communism also. There is an axe and there is a sickle, so it is the coming together of an axe and a sickle, true class consciousness. So this way you have to just look at the current affairs and note down your own innovative examples. This way your Sociology optional strategy would be complete. What would be remaining is test series. What would be remaining is practicing tests. For that, I think first thing to refer is the previous year questions. Join any respectable test series in the market which is able to judge what you have written, give the evaluated answers on time, and I would request each one of you that if you are planning to give mains next year, then the best time to practice tests is December, January. Then stop prepare for prelims, and then once you are done with prelims, just revise whatever you had already done in the December-January period, and you would be in the best situation to get very good marks in that sociology paper. And one more thing that I want to add in the sociology optional strategy is that while you are preparing, please try to understand the topic holistically. Don't be in a rush that you have to complete the syllabus. Yes, syllabus completing is important, but if you do not invest time on the topics, for example, Talcott Parson, I have met many of my mates who were not able to get good marks in sociology. They got around 250, 260, and they are very intelligent people. The only difference that I found between me and them is that they were rushing through the syllabus. And because of this, what happens is that despite you have read Talcott Parsons but never understood it really, it is never there in your long-term memory and you are never comfortable with that topic. So I think you should invest time with a relaxed mind that, okay, if I am talking about, say, class, then what was Weber's approach towards class? What was Karl Marx's approach towards class? And what was any other person's approach towards class? If I am talking about functionalism, conflict theorists and non-conflict theorists, then you should invest some time in understanding, okay, what is actually conflict? Why Marxist approach and why the feminist approach both pertains to the conflict perspective. Do not be superficial about it. Feel it, absorb it, talk about it, and do some discussions on these topics, and then make your organized notes and organized examples, and then try to reproduce in the exam hall, reproduce in the test series paper. I think that is one thing that I would like to tell you. And also I would like to tell that if you are feeling that your self-study is not going to be enough for your sociology optional, then I sincerely request, please get help. Because there are enough courses available, there are enough installment based courses available as well, and you can definitely use it. There are enough topper talks available. I myself made my strategy after listening to Jagrati Avasthi ma'am's strategy. She discussed one example that she wrote in her actual paper, and that example was of alienation, which is a topic which we study under Karl Marx and various other thinkers, that how Mahendra Singh Dhoni ji, he was disenchanted with his job of a ticket collector, and how that disenchantment led to alienation in his previous job, and it spurred Mahendra Singh Dhoni into becoming a cricketer. So this is one of the positive aspects of alienation, which is discussed by many thinkers also. So when you mention in your answers, okay, this thinker said in the alienation topic that there can be certain positive outcomes of alienation as well, not only negative, then you can give an example also, right? That it can spur innovation. For example, Dhirubhai Ambani ji got alienated with his job in a private sector, in petrol pump, etc., and that spurred him into becoming an entrepreneur. So these kind of examples creatively you can do. And first try to be comfortable with the syllabus, comfortable with your own notes, and once you are comfortable, once you have revised, then these examples come into the picture. Do not waste time in collecting examples right at that moment when you are actually trying to figure out how to clear your concepts in the first place. So this is a stage-wise process. First stage is clearing your concepts. Second stage is making notes out of those concepts. Third stage is revising those concepts, and fourth stage is being creative about collecting examples. What I see among students is that they are reading the concept, it is half baked in their mind, and they start debating on Telegram groups regarding the examples. Okay, this is there in newspaper, this is there in newspaper, this should be an example. Please don't waste time on such discussions which do not lead to any kind of fruits. First, clear your concepts, then collect examples. I think this was my sociology strategy all in all, and I hope that you all get good marks in sociology.